How's it going, guys? ABC here, and today I'm doing another video on Tradelands. Today is not really a normal video. I'm more so doing a video today on about some things that have been happening in Tradelands that I think is not really too fair for the rest of the community. Basically, Nar has been spawning in a couple of his favorites that have been playing other games with him and have been generally like kissing his ass. They've been spawning in like tons of mod items to specifically beccy and Resin. Now this isn't really that much of an issue. Like, it's fine that Nar wants to spawn them in stuff. I get it. He's their friends. They do stuff with them. He does stuff with them. So he can give them some stuff. It's his game. But the problem here is that they take the stuff that Nar gives them and they go and sell it in trade chat. And they go and sell it to other people for millions of doubloons that normally they should not have gotten, because people like me that spend lots of Robux, or people that just farm the game, like go and trade or go mining all day, that just have to make money fairly, for these guys to just get spawned in items and then sell them to others for millions, it's just completely unfair. It's complete favoritism, and I just wanted to bring a light on this because not too many people know that this is actually happening in Tradelands. And I actually have a list of a lot of the stuff that they're selling and proof that they are actually selling these spawned in items that Nar has specifically given them for no other reason than he's their friends. And as you guys know, Nar does not give out lots of stuff unless you're his friend. So let's get into this. Basically, let's start off here. I have a little notepad that I made. It took me about 5 minutes. It wasn't that much work. But here we go. It's kind of right here. I'm just going to pull it off to the side. You guys could kind of, if you want, you could pause the video and look over everything. But let's get started here. So basically, I'm going to talk about 3 or 4 months ago. It might have been a little sooner than that. I'm not sure. But basically, there was that huge war between, I think it was Nova, or no, I think it was Holland, and they were like fighting like Whitecrest. And then it ended up with beccy getting control of it, like the whole purshovia raiding Holland. There's actually a video of that on the channel. You guys can go and watch. But basically, it all started with that, kind of, and beccy got given leadership of basically Holland Guard, and in my opinion, it's roleplay. Although I think it's a biased roleplay, and I think that beccy should not be the leader of Holland Guard because she's not really that active compared to like HH. Like HH is pretty active for a king. I don't know if he raids that much, but he's active. And then Nova, they have like Kirkata, which is fine. Kirkata's Nova, he always does stuff. But then for Holland, they have beccy as leader and Lego Kaelin as second in command. And both of them, I just don't think they're very good at leading or even playing that much. Like, I don't see beccy raid at all. And all Lego really does is like mine. So this isn't what this video really is about, though. I kind of want to get back on topic here. So that's kind of the first kind of favoritism we see, is how Nar basically gives beccy a whole faction. She didn't have to get voted in. They didn't have to do anything. All she really did was say, "Oh, okay, here you go. You're leader now." So that's fine. That's just Tradelands lore stuff. This is my problem. This is the reason why I'm making this video. So recently, Nar's been spawning in all of these items here. I'll kind of pull them up here, so you can kind of see that she got given the skeleton morph. Let's go ahead and pull up this picture here. By the way, this was never attainable in a game. This was not in the crates. It's the only one in the game, and Nar gave it to her via him spawning it in. That's just one of the things. This is a huge list. Apparently, I was told she was given this demonic morph. She could have pulled this from a crate, but I really doubt she did. She might have, though, so this is a possibility. I'm not confirming it or not. She got given this paddle. This has never been in the game. This has never been from a crate. A cursed death metal paddle. 100% spawned in by Nar. She got given brekonium because she made this brekonium like extender, really big weapon. I have a picture of an extender. It's not the same one, but basically, as you guys know, brekonium is kind of the only way to really get brekonium is through me. But she didn't go through me to get the brekonium. Instead, basically, Nar gave her free brekonium to make this huge weapon. So next we have the extender. which I have a picture of. There's actually 2 of these. Gnar spawned in 1 for Becky and spawned in 1 for a random guy, and then HH bought the 1 off the random guy. This is HH's that he made. This is not Becky's, but this is the extender. It's the oak, which you see from here to here, not the blade and not the handle or whatever, but this is the extender. And look how long this is. This is like literally game breaking if you think about it, because like look how long it is. And she is trying to sell all of this in trade chat, and I'll show you guys that as well. She's also got this silver giant blade. I have no idea what that is. I was told she has a pine swivel. I'm not sure if that's correct information or not. She might have sold it, or she might not even have it. And we already talked about her being the leader of Purshovia. So let's go ahead and show you guys proof that she's selling this mod spawned items in for doubloons, basically trying to get the highest offer. So if we look on here, this is Becky's little Google Docs that you could see all her items here. It's just a normal Google Doc, but then you go ahead and go over to stuff like uncommon items, and you're gonna find some kind of weird things in here. Like if you look in this, you're gonna see obviously a cursed death metal paddle, which she's been offered 2.2 million doubloons for. Guys, 2.2 million for a mod spawned item that Gnar gave her. And I don't know why she put the happy face. And then she also has on this list the where is it at here? The skeleton morph by 1 mil. She was offered 1 mil for the skeleton morph. I don't know if she's like expecting to get even more, or if she's trying to make people pay more. Highest offer. She's obviously trying to sell the stuff. But that's a couple of them. I think there's a giant blade in one of these. Here's the brekonium. So she's got brekonium weapon with an extender, like this extender like I showed you guys in the picture earlier with a bunch of X's. That's really long. She's trying to sell that. She's got this silver giant blade, which is a mod spawned weapon. And that, I think that's about it for what we know she has gotten spawned in by Gnar. I'm not going to say this is everything though. Somebody sent me some other stuff, but I kind of couldn't remember the message because I talked to a lot of people. But it's pretty safe to say that wasn't everything that Gnar has spawned her. I'm sure that she's got spawned in a lot of other stuff on this list that we just can't prove, and I'm not going to attempt to prove it. But yeah, that if you want my opinion on that, that is completely that's completely like bias, and it shows a huge amount of favoritism. Like, think about the people that spend Robux on this game, including me, and think about the people that farm every day just to be able to afford a ship. And then these guys get given items for playing other games with Gnar on Steam, like Dirt 3 and like Planet Side 2 and Arma, and they get millions for it for nothing, and then they go and sell it in trade. Now, that's my problem, is that they're selling it in trade and putting these mod items into the economy. I've been playing this game for a really, really long time, and that's not just a joke, or that's not just me over exaggerating. I've been playing this game for a long time, and I remember when Gnar has always given mods like stuff. Like, he used to give out these classic swords and sickles, but the thing about these things is that they were not allowed to sell them to other players, and if they sold them to other players, they would get banned from the game. And this, I want to point out really quickly, about 6 months ago, when I was talking with Cash, he tried to sell me a classic sword, which was spawned in, and just like these weapons, and he had to go and ask Cole if he was allowed to sell me this classic sword, and they told him no because it was spawned in, and that he was not allowed to sell it to me. So they told him no, he could not sell the item that they spawned for him. But then they go and allow Resin and Becky to sell this huge amount of just spawned in items just for nothing. So like, if that doesn't show you favoritism right there, that, I mean, what would? Now let's go ahead and go on to Resin here. Resin has probably got a little bit more stuff, but he doesn't really have too much stuff right now. So one of the things he got given was a cursed death metal mini long gun. I don't know why I put good there, but basically it's that little long gun that you could put in a house, and it's made out of death metal that was never available. It's craftable, but not with death metal. So that's 100% spawned in by Gnar, which by the way he's trying to sell in trade chat. He also got given a rusted iron swivel that was never available in game. He's also selling that in trade chat, and he was given a sturdy oak tomahawk, which he says was given to him for testing something, but I really doubt that because a lot of people test stuff and don't get anything in return. So that is another thing he was given, was a sturdy oak tomahawk. Basically, it's like reversed, so like the oak is the blade and the sturdy or whatever is the metal or whatever, I don't know, but basically the handle. But basically, yeah, that's about it. In my own opinion, and I'm gonna say this straight up, I think this is like one of the most abusive things Nar's ever done in terms of the economy, because like he's just giving out so many mod items to his friends, and then these guys go and sell them in the trade chat. Now, in my opinion, I think they should get stuff. I mean, they're friends with Nar, they can have stuff. I don't care about that. They can get spawned in like everything if they really need to. But the thing is that they should not be allowed to go and sell this and put it into the economy and make money, millions and millions off of people's hard work when they do absolutely nothing except for play Steam games with Nar. So that's about it. I don't think I forgot about anything in this video. I'm not going to really talk too much longer because this topic is pretty unfair and I'm not too fond of it. But yeah, maybe I'll do some more videos in the future on Tradelands. I don't know. This has pretty much soured me with all the glitches and the freezing that goes on Tradelands, and now I have to deal with this as well. So I don't know if I'll continue playing the game that much. If I do, it's probably gonna be just a little bit, because I don't want to support this. Like, I don't want to spend any more Robux on just these guys getting stuff for free that I would have to pay for. Like, I didn't get my brekonium for free. I had to pay 47,000 Robux to be able to get brekonium. But then if you're Becky, you could just get it for free and not have to do anything. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys at the next video. Hopefully this kind of sheds some light on all the unfairness and all the favoritism going on right now.